Let's start by making the unicorn's body. Use pink yarn to make a pink unicorn. Use white yarn to make a white unicorn. First, hang the yarn over your hand. Hold the yarn tail with one hand. Keep your other palm facing up. Pass the yarn between your pinky and ring finger. Then bring it through your palm between your middle and index fingers. Hang the yarn over your index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. This is the gesture for holding the yarn. If the yarn tail is too short, gently pull the yarn tail. This will lengthen the yarn tail. If the yarn tail is too long, gently pull the end connected to the yarn ball. This will shorten the yarn tail. Keep your hand holding the yarn relaxed. The yarn on your hand should be able to move freely. Now, let's start making the magic ring. The yarn tail should be about 3 to 4 inches long. Wrap the yarn tail once around your middle finger. Pinch the crossing point of the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. Take out the crochet hook. You can hold the crochet hook like you would hold a knife. This is called the knife grip. Or, you can hold the crochet hook like you hold a pen. This is called the pen grip. When holding your crochet hook, make sure to grip the flatter part of the hook's handle. Feel free to choose whichever way feels most comfortable for you. In the video, I'll be demonstrating with the pen grip. Insert the crochet hook through the yarn loop on your middle finger. Now you'll see the hook is positioned in front of the yarn on your index finger. That yarn on your index finger is called the working yarn. And now, the hook tip is facing towards us. Next, rotate the crochet hook. Turn the hook tip to face the working yarn. Use the hook tip to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the loop on your middle finger. After pulling through the loop, rotate the crochet hook again. Turn the hook tip to face towards you. The loop on your middle finger now forms the magic ring. Now, crochet a chain stitch to secure the magic ring. First, push the yarn loop on the hook to the back of the hook. This helps prevent the yarn from slipping off, and it also makes the loop on the hook a bit bigger, so the crochet hook can pass through the loop more easily. You can also press the yarn loop down like this with your finger. Lifting the crochet hook will make the yarn loop a little bigger. This makes it easier for the hook to go through the yarn loop. At first, you might not be comfortable with this position. Keep trying a few times and you'll get the hang of it. Next, wrap the yarn around the crochet hook from behind. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. And just like that, you've made a chain stitch. Chain stitches help to add height. They are not counted as actual stitches. From the side, chain stitch forms a V shape. Remove the magic ring from finger. Gently pull the yarn tail. The magic ring will shrink. Pull the magic ring. it will get bigger. This is the magic of the magic ring. You can adjust its size. Now, make the magic ring a little smaller. Then, pinch the side of the magic ring that has 2 strands. For the first round, crochet 1 chain stitch and 6 single crochet. We've just made 1 chain stitch. Next, crochet 6 single crochet. First, push the yarn loop on the hook to the back of the hook. Insert your crochet hook through the magic ring. Be sure to insert through the side of the magic ring with 2 strands. Wrap your hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. The yarn might twist a little here. You can hold it down with your finger. Then pull the yarn tight. Push the 2 loops on your hook to the back of the hook. This helps keep both yarn loops the same size. There are 2 yarn loops on your crochet hook. Next, wrap the yarn around your hook again. Wrap your hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down. Touch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. And just like that, you've made 1 single crochet. From the top, you'll see a V shape. Each V shape counts as 1 stitch. You can count the V shapes to keep track of your stitch count. Use a stitch marker to mark the first single crochet. Take out the stitch marker, place it under the 2 strands forming the V shape. Secure the stitch marker in place. From now on, mark the first stitch of every round with the stitch marker. The second single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Wrap your hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down, catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. You can hold the yarn loops on the hook with your finger here. Pull them up a little. The yarn loops will get a bit bigger. Push the yarn loops on the hook to the back of the hook. Try to keep the 2 yarn loops about the same size. If the yarn loop on your crochet hook is too small, gently lift the hook tip upward. The yarn loop will get a bit bigger. If the yarn loop is too big, try lifting your index finger to maintain yarn tension, which will help make the loop smaller. Please keep both yarn loops roughly the same size. Next, wrap the crochet hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Then pull the yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. And that finishes the second single crochet. From the top, you can see 2 V shapes formed. Now, the third single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Wrap your hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. Next, push the yarn loops to the back of the hook. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook again. Wrap the crochet hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Remember, when wrapping the yarn around the hook, only wrap it once. If you wrap the yarn twice or more, the crochet hook might not slide smoothly through the yarn loops. Let's show you what that mistake looks like. Now, go back one step. I wrapped the yarn around the hook twice here. Pull the yarn through the loops on your hook. See? The hook can't pass smoothly through the yarn loops now. Let's go back and do the correct way again. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook just once. Keep the hook tip facing down. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. Third single crochet is done. Looking from the top, you'll see 3 V shapes. Fourth single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Wrap your hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. Slide both yarn loops to the back of the hook. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook again. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. Fourth single crochet is done. Now there are 4 V shapes at the top. While you're crocheting, you might run into stitches like this. An extra line shows up in the middle of the V shape. This stitch is incorrect. If you spot this, you can undo it and try again. Pull the yarn loop wide and remove the hook. Then pull the working yarn to undo the stitch. Back to this point. Now, reinsert the crochet hook back into the yarn loop. Rewrap the yarn around your hand. Let's crochet the 5th single crochet again. Hold the side of the magic ring with 2 strands between your fingers. Insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Wrap your hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. Slide the yarn loops on the hook to the back of the hook. Or lift the crochet hook upward. Make the yarn loops a little bigger. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook again. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. The 5th single crochet is done, creating 5 V shapes. The 6th single crochet, insert the hook through the magic ring. Wrap your hook behind the working yarn. Press the hook tip down to catch the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. Push the yarn loops to the back of the hook. Then yarn over the hook again. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. And just like that, 6 single crochet are completed. Finally, enlarge the yarn loop. Take the hook out. Let's count the stitches. Start counting from where the stitch marker is placed. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. This yarn loop is not counted as a stitch. The stitch count is correct. Now, let's tighten the magic ring. Hold the single crochet stitches with one hand. Hold the yarn tail with the other hand. Pull the yarn tail to tighten the magic ring. Tighten the magic ring until there are no gaps in the center. Place the yarn tail to the back side of the fabric. The first round is completed. Here is a diagram to explain what you just did and how you can visualize a crochet pattern. Each number in this diagram represents a V-shaped stitch. The blue circle in the middle shows the first round. That is a magic ring. There are 6 single crochet. This is what the first round looks like. The outer yellow circle shows the second round. It is the round we just finished. It has 12 V-shaped stitches. From the diagram, you can see that each round forms a complete circle of stitches. The last stitch ends just behind the first stitch. The stitches don't overlap within a round. Now, let's review what we did in the second round. We started by inserting the crochet hook into the first stitch of the first round. That is the one marked with the yellow stitch marker. We first made a single crochet into that stitch. Fix this stitch. Then I said to turn it into an increase stitch, so we need to crochet one more single crochet into the same stitch. This becomes the second V shape. Crocheting 2 stitches into the same stitch is called an increase stitch. Abbreviated as INC. For the second round, the instruction is to make 6 increase stitches. If you look at this diagram, you'll see that every 2 stitches correspond to 1 stitch of the previous round. That's why if you look around the circle, we actually made 6 increase stitches in total, but there are 12 V-shaped stitches. This is how the fabric changes from this small circle into a slightly bigger one. Here is a new diagram. It can help you visualize what to do in the third round. In this diagram, the yellow inner circle with numbers represents the second round. Remember, at the end of the second round, there are 12 V-shaped stitches. It's this part. Now, we'll make this circle bigger by following the third round's pattern. The third round is shown by the outer pink circle. To start the third round, first crochet a single crochet stitch, abbreviated as SC. This stitch should be worked into the first stitch of the second round. So this is the first single crochet of the third round. You need to crochet into the first stitch of the second round. That is the stitch marked with the yellow stitch marker. Next, we will make an increase stitch in the next stitch. This is the next stitch of the second round. We will make an increase stitch here. Remember, an increase stitch means crocheting 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Now you will have 3 V-shaped stitches. The stitches in the parentheses make up one sequence. This sequence needs to be repeated 6 times. Make a single crochet in the next stitch. Then, make an increase stitch in the next stitch. Repeat the sequence inside the parentheses again. we need to repeat this process fully 6 times. This sequence actually equals 3 V-shaped stitches. In the end, you will have 3 multiplied by 6, which equals 18 V-shaped stitches. This is what the number after the equal sign means.